right. I don't know if I'll be okay here to, because when we talk about quality, there are also misconceptions
Yeah.
that come with that's around getting quality build.
Yeah.
There are a number of them. One of them being that quality is expensive.
Yeah.
Is, would that be true to say that if quality is expensive and if you are to get quality, it's going to cost you?
Yes and no. So yes, you do have to pay to get a good like if there's a good contractor and he knows what he's doing, and there are very few of them, chances are you'll pay to get that person to get it right for you because you've seen the result that that person gives. Getting design sometimes it's not the cheapest, and sometimes you're paying for things that you only get the benefit of much later. So in the short term, you'll feel like it's expensive. But like say for a home, if you've defined what your budget is early on, if you've defined like, okay, what are my limits, what can I manage, it's possible within that to find quality options. So even like with finishes are they cover a range. You've got budget finishes, you've got very high-end finishes. And sometimes with the simplest treatment, you can get a good quality home. I don't necessarily have to have tiles. Maybe I'll choose to do terrazzo. Like if you remember, like at the Turner's home, they've done terrazzo on their floors, and it's been finished nicely. It looks really nice. It's a good choice.
Oh, the tenants, by the way, being the couple that we had on.
Yes, that we had on in the last episode. So they chose to do that. They didn't have a budget to be able to buy to get built-in kitchen cupboards and whatnot. So they went the route of having concrete finished surfaces, which is slightly cheaper. They had a good person who was creating that for them, and it looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful. It does.
It looks beautiful. I think so. Like I said, like at the planning stage, when you've set out what your limits are, you can then take the steps of deciding like, okay, these are my limits. So what options do I have within it? Yeah. So my answer would be yes and no.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if your focus is on getting like a good quality finish, high end, you want artisans, you want people who are going to do good quality timber, then you can expect that your bill would be high because it costs to get those skilled people onto your property.
But it's worth it.
It is. I mean, long term, I mean, you'll spend that money, but then you'll know that you're making a long-term investment. You don't want your home to be crumbling or looking,
After 3 months.
yeah, after 3 months, 1 year, and most of these homes are calling, oh, our forever home. And then it's after
Falling
2
apart.
years, you're like, I think it's time to move on.
It's always amazing how that people building decide to take shortcuts on their own. It's like this is for you, it's yours.
Yeah.
But you're treating it like it's
Yeah. But most of the times, I think, because the shock of the cost and the shock of what they find in the journey, and then you get tired, and then you're just like, okay, I want to be done. Yeah. But that's not the people who listen to our show.
Absolutely not. Talking about them.
The people who listen are like, yeah, we want generational wealth to be built.
Go.
Yes.
Right.